What's up, guys? Welcome to the Wednesday official live stream. I'm Keith, the community manager here at HB Studios. Oops, didn't mean to hit that. Alright, so today, what do we got going on? We're going to do a little designing. I am working on the Boreal course. Pull that up. I'll show you a few things. Hey, Mel, how's it going? I saw Irving in the chat as well. Alright, so I'll show you what I got so far, and then I got a little announcement. I kind of mentioned it in the forums yesterday. I know I don't want to, hopefully I'm not piggybacking on top of TGCT Live doing their design contest, but a few people mentioned that maybe we should get one going and try and maybe get something for the guys who haven't been a part of the contests and such. So that is the idea of the contest. I'll get into a little more. It's I just kind of thought of it yesterday and kind of putting things together, so maybe not everything 100% set in stone, or in terms of like, especially for like deadlines and things, but this contest is going to be for the rookies of the design contest world. So if you've participated in an HB contest and a TGCT Live design contest, you are not going to be a part of this one. This is only for people who have never been part of them. Maybe they wanted to, just didn't get a spot or what have you. But we're going to give those guys an opportunity to maybe make a name for themselves. Yeah, so that's how it's going to work. I'll get into a little bit more as we go along. But anyway, here's the course I've been working on. The last course, by the way, Highland Rise CC, that was just added to the official list. So if you when you open it up there, you'll see it right at the top. So go check that one out. Alright, so like I said, Boreal course. This is going to be heavily wooded. I think I've showed some of this before on the stream, but anyway, number 1, par 4 plays out. Irving says, crap out of teach. Yeah, this is going to be for true rookies who haven't been a part of any contest. Well, I've not done any. There you go. Like I said, I'll talk more about it as we get into it. Still not 100% sure. I mean, I'm thinking, I don't know how many people we're going to have for this, because a lot of the guys who like to get into the contests have been in one before. So maybe, I mean, at least 10 spots. I mean, if it warrants more spots, then we can open it up to more spots. But anyway, this is so this hole number 1, par 4, comes out. Number 2 is a par 3. Right there, 174, the card. Number 3, I like to follow. I kind of like to follow like a real course layout. You don't have to. It's a video game. You're not physically walking from hole to hole, but sometimes I like having those views. So you get over here, maybe you're putting, you can see the other tee boxes. I kind of like when you see holes while you're playing other ones, but that's not something that has to be done. It's just my sort of preference. Oh, Melis is not sure I have the patience for it, though. I'm going on vacation in a couple weeks. Oh, no. All right. You're out. Yeah. Yeah, that's going to be tough. I am thinking, well, we'll see how quick it fills up. Maybe it'll fill up quicker than I think. But sign-ups at least through the weekend if we need a little more time. And then my thought would be by May 1st. I mean, that gives you just over a month. I mean, that should be plenty of time. But anyways, this is number 3, long par 4, plays out. Number 4, another medium length par 4, dog legs to the right, head out into here, up the hill to number 4 there. For the most part, the planting is probably done. I'll probably go back and see about adding some more things. I want to make sure everything gets in and set, and the meter doesn't go through the roof before I start overloading on stuff. So number 5 here, you do have an option to go this way. There is an upper fairway out here, and the risk, I mean, it's a wide fairway, but you do have a little bit of issue trying to skirt it through the trees there. But the thing is, if you can get it to this side, it gives you a better angle to actually access this pin. There is a little bit of a hill here. So if you're looking from this side, you hit it in, let's see, let's get the So here's about 280 right here. So if you come in from this angle, you are kind of coming right over that bunker. I mean, you could try and throw it out over here. It might be a little tougher, but if you come in from this fairway, you come in this way, you can you could probably even land it over here in the fairway and you'll roll it up. So that's that. Number 6 here. 6 long par 5. Probably not reachable in 2. So you'll hit it out into this range. Second shot will come out in here. I'll leave you with a short shot in there. Big deep green there, so this could do multiple pins if I wanted to. Make some extra pins in there. 7, par 3. Got a little ravine there on the right. Should not come into play, but just for visual. Little sort of a false front. Well, the green, not really. Green comes down a little bit, but you got to get it up on top there. But there's the danger. There is missing to the right, so you want to try and hit it out on this side, which could bring the bunker into play if you hit a little too deep. So that was the thought process there. That is number 7. And number 8. Come in here. 8, shorter par 4. Gonna come down here. There's about 280, 290. So if you're downwind, you could go through down into the little ravine there, sort of, but you're gonna come somewhere in here, and then you'll have that second shot. So kind of a 90-degree dog leg left, except there's kind of a little ridge in the green, so you'll have to work it up over that. And that puts us to number 9. Number 9 is a medium par 5, 549, so it's definitely reachable, except into maybe the strongest of headwinds, but play it out this way. Here's 275, just about there. So 270 basically to clear that rough. So you could do that. A little bit of slope in the fairway. Second shot will play out to here. A little bit of a back slope back there, so it's definitely going to give you an eagle opportunity. There's clubhouse in the background there. That's number 1 tee, or just that. So then you come around here to number 10. Number 10, 355, par 4. Play out. Here, there is this little cutout, and the water cuts in there, and that could be into play. That's 277 right there. So downwind, maybe even no wind. Potential is there to roll through the fairway, and you don't have much. It's a big slope, so you watch full on that tee shot there. Got the bunker here on the right, so maybe is the play to leave it in here. Make sure you don't go in the bunker. You don't want to run through into the water. Anybody getting really bold can try and put it up in here, and that's going to leave you with, that would leave you a wedge in, maybe even a pitch to the pin over here on the left side. That is number 10. Here's number 11. Par 3. Green kind of sticks out into the water out there. 156, so it's not too bad. You got a little bit of a ridge there by the pin. A lot of space on this green. That bunker is there to annoy you, but shouldn't affect you there. And number 12. I think I finished 12. Let's check it out. I think I'm on 13. 12 here, really short par 4. Big downwind, maybe you could reach it. Comes down. There's a little creek though, so that creek is at about 271. So that's gonna make you think about it for sure. What do you do? Downwind to reach the fairway, 275, reachable. But of course, the danger you take is screaming it through the green. Would it get through? I don't know. Maybe. It might just go right over the back of the green into the water. So good risk reward there. You could easily just lay it up into here, 238 leaves you 61 in to that front pin. So make it interesting. Alright, so that is 12. Here is 13. I finished this one? I don't remember if I finished. Maybe I did. 13, 469, par 4. They play out. Oh yeah, this one, that's right. This one's, oh, maybe I finished all the way up through, or maybe I just did the fairway. But this one kind of shares a fairway with 16 over here. So you're coming out. You can leave it out in here. That's 270 to the end of the fairway. You might downwind, maybe a good drive. You might draw it around and get it into here. And then that would leave you with about 181 into this green. Looking back, you can see actually a big monster fairway there between the two. Did I do 14? No. Alright, yeah, so I just basically just made the fairway, kind of continued it out for 16, but I haven't actually gotten that far. So 13 was really the last hole that I finished working on, so just run through the rest. I did actually build 18, so I'll show you that. 14, gonna be a par 5. Obviously I haven't done anything with this stuff yet, so I'll have to smooth all that out. It'll come around that way. You can see I don't like to have the shadows and everything on. I like the lighting, but I don't really want to have too much shadows. That's usually as much as I want to do. Make sure everything is visible, so that's why, I don't know, I'll have to figure out. I'll probably take out some of these trees here to open up that green, but probably won't be any trees and things here, just so I don't cast shadows all over the green. Sometimes, I mean, it's not like none of my greens have shadows on them. Some do. But trying to avoid it if at all possible. So here's 15 is going to be a dogleg right. We'll play down through the trees there. Then you'll come over to 16. Here we go. There you go. So that you see that shared fairway out there. You play down into here. Just looking at it, I may cut this in. May cut that water in like that. That could be, I don't know, let's see. We'll see as we get there. 17, 208. That's going to be a par 3. It's going to play into here. So this green will back right up in here. I'll get it as close as I can there. So you'll have water all behind the green. I haven't decided. I mean, I could end up pulling in some of the water into here, just to make it a little more visual. 18 I actually built, just because I had the clubhouse where I wanted, and I wanted to just build in this hole, so I knew exactly where I'd be working from it too. So 18, kind of a Sawgrass tribute sort of hole, that cape hole around the water. So you'll play out to here. You're looking at 253 to the edge of the fairway there, so you can drive it up in here. It is par 5, but that's going to be tough. I mean, you put it up into here, you're still 260 out. So you'll play through. Maybe you can draw it in somewhere in there. I mean, let's see. Let's play this hole. Of course, this is only going to be 1 mile-an-hour wind, so not really true representative of what could happen here, but let's see. If you drop it in here, you actually want to get as far right as you can, so that'll bring those bunkers into play, because hitting this left side, I mean, if you play it as a 3-shot hole, no big deal. But you see, as you come in there, be better off being farther right, because if you want to do that, you probably want to try and draw it in. That could be trouble. Well, that's not going to make it. And that's exactly why it's built the way it is. Let's go back. So definitely, well, I probably got a little bit of a side hill lie here as well. So if you hit from there, that will actually make it. There you go. So you're much better being farther right and try and bring that in. It's gonna be tough. I think the green, I'll look at the settings, but I think I'm fairly certain everything is in the medium range. Putting 164. So it's on the faster side, but not too fast. Not too shabby. Alright, so anyway, so that is 18. Actually, I had actually built that one already. Let's see. Greens. Yeah, right there. Basically in the 12 o'clock range. Fairways. Yeah, fairways actually are a little softer. I didn't realize it did that. So yeah, fairways in that 9 o'clock range. So fairways a little soft, greens, medium speed, or medium firmness. Melis is looking good. Thank you, sir. So just a few more holes to go, and then, you know, then just going back, play testing, and maybe adding, sprucing up things here and there. I had contemplated doing retaining wall around, but I went with the grass and things instead. Did the retaining wall there. So, oh yeah, who knows? I mean, maybe could add some more. Maybe could add some more vegetation around here and things. Like I said, I just wanted to kind of get the basics down and then see where I stood on the meter. I didn't want to go crazy on each hole and then find out you start running it up really high. So it's always possible. Come back. Even some stuff like this could end up adding some more things, or maybe some more into here along the lake. If I was really eager, I could do a retaining wall all around. That would be kind of cool. Even though it doesn't really go up to the green, but it's a possibility. You get a good view of that from the tee. That's a possibility. So things like that. Probably go back and do it. So anyway, so let's talk about the contest. Like I said, TGCT Live, they've got design contests going. It's getting started soon. And some of the people in the forums were asking, you know, maybe I could get one going as well. You know, there were a few people I think that hadn't gotten into one, and I'd say, oh, maybe we could do something like that. So that was kind of the idea, is let's do one for the contest rookies. People who have never been in a design contest. You know, for whatever reason, maybe they weren't sure at the time that they wanted to be, you know, that they had the skills to get into a contest, and it's all for fun. I mean, it's all in good fun. So something like that. People who either maybe just didn't get a chance, didn't sign up in time. Like I said, maybe didn't think they were ready for a contest. Well, now is a chance. So let's do it. We're going to do. You cannot have been in a contest before. So no HB, no TGCT Live. I'm not really sure if anybody else. I'm sure there have been other contests I'm not quite aware of, but if you know you've been in a contest, maybe ones I haven't mentioned, try and give a chance for someone else to get in. I'm going to do, it's going to be any theme. You can choose whatever theme you want. Not limiting to any of the themes. 18 holes, so it is going to be an 18-hole design. You do however you want, you know, whatever par you want to do, that's fine. You know, not doing any like par 3s, all par 3s, none of that type of stuff. So you could do whatever, 70, 71, 72, 73, that type of thing. I'm going to start with 10 spots. I'm going to put it in the HB forums. I'll set up a thread after the stream is over, and we'll open it up. I posted it on Twitter. I posted it on Facebook, so it'll be open to everybody. Like I said, the only limitation is if you've been in a contest, then this isn't for you. This is for contest rookies. It's a chance for guys to maybe make a name for themselves. People that maybe people don't know them. They're having to struggle to get their courses played or something. Maybe, you know, you get into the contest and you have a good showing in the contest, and that might draw some attention to your courses. So like I said, I'm going to start with 10 spots. If it fills up right away and it looks like we need some more spots, then I'll do that. What else? And like I said, this is something I just pulled up in the last couple days. So at the moment, I don't have any prizes for the contest. I mentioned it to Anthony to see, you know, if maybe they find something, maybe we can come up with a prize or something. So not at the moment, they're not guaranteeing anything. So this is going to be for fun. If we do happen to come up with something, then, you know, then we can always, and that would have to be before. It's not like it'd be down to 2 people and say, hey, all of a sudden now we've got a great prize. That's not, we won't do it that way. If we have something, you know, before this really gets underway, or maybe before we do any of the judging, and then maybe we could do something like that. I mean, worst case, maybe if the course is worthy, maybe we could add it to the official list like we did with Apache Creek for driver T. So that's always something that could happen there. And then in terms of judging, I don't know. Right at the moment, I haven't really thought about that. I mean, obviously, me at worst would be judging them. Maybe we could put together a panel of judges. Maybe even some of the bigger designers in the community would wanna be a part of a panel, and maybe we could do something like that. It's up to them. If anybody wants to reach out and let me know if you want to be part of a judging panel, we could do that. And it doesn't have to be on stream or anything like that. It could be all sort of anonymous type thing. I mean, you could just say these are the designers, and you don't have to call out which you think is the best. We'll just have a sort of an anonymous vote and just say, all right, this is the best one, and we don't have to say who voted for which. So don't feel like you're going to be calling anybody out. So don't hold you back in case you want to be part of a judging panel type thing. So that's kind of it right now. That's the thoughts I had. I mean, certainly I'm always open to molding the contests. If anybody has any additional ideas, the only thing I'm not going to change on is contest rookies. We want this to be for guys who haven't been in the contest before and maybe have a chance to, like I said, maybe make a name for themselves and get their course known. The other thing too, actually, yes, stipulation: it cannot be a course that is already underway or has already been published. I want this to be something that starts today. If you're going to sign up, your course nothing can be done as of right now. So it has to be something that started from scratch. That actually is the other requirement. Nothing built so far, and you cannot have been in a contest before. So that's really the two rules. We'll try and keep it fresh and ask you not to do, if you decide to get in, please don't do a work in progress thread. Please don't do betas. This is you on your own making your course, and we want to see who comes up the best like that. I mean, if you're designing on PC, please don't send the file to anybody to have them play it and that type of thing. We want this to be all your own work. So that's about it. Like I said, I'll post something in the forums probably later today or tonight, if worst case by tomorrow, and I'll get the sign-ups going. As I said, 10 spots. If there's an overwhelming response, then maybe you could open up to more. And then what I can try and do is, as courses get submitted, it's up to you. I mean, we'll have to figure out a deadline. I mean, I think May 1st is by far plenty of time. That's over a month away. So at worst, that's going to be the deadline. And like I said, that could be something we'll figure out. But as courses come in, we could play them. I could play them on the stream, or I could wait. However, I don't know, whatever we think. If we want to wait till they're all in and then play them on the stream and showcase them like that. Like I said, I would love to get a panel of some of the more experienced designers to maybe be part of the judging. Like I said, this idea, I just kind of put this together, so don't have fully fleshed out. But I mean, if some of the top judges or guys want to judge, then let's do it. We could throw that in together too. So that is the contest in a nutshell. We'll flesh it out more in the next few days, and we'll see. So anybody who's never been in a contest, if you want to get in, now's your chance. Let's see you make a name for yourself. Give yourself a chance. I know I saw something in the forums there about someone asking, how do I get my courses played, or how do you get mentioned? Well, here's your chance. It'll be on the stream. Get a chance. I mean, you win the contest. You got to have a pretty decent course, I would hope. Hopefully, we wouldn't have 15 dog tracks and we end up picking the best of the worst. I think we'll have a lot of good ones, because I think there's a lot of guys who either haven't had a chance to get in a contest, or weren't 100% sure on their abilities maybe in the past, and now they just haven't gotten into one. But they got some good designers, I bet. I know for sure there's good designers out there who haven't been in any of the various contests. So let's do it. All right, so let's do a little do a little design work here in the meantime. So usually what I do, I just kind of work through my thought process. Obviously, first thing I want to do is flatten. I got to flatten out some of this stuff. I like these two brushes quite a bit. This one and this one, the fuzzies. So I'll usually take these out. Just got to be careful when you open up a brush this big. You want to make sure that you're not touching, because that looks really close to that edge of the green there, and I don't want to screw that up. So let's take that in a little bit. There we go. And we'll go through and we can sort of flatten out some of this. Don't want these huge hills in here, so let's bring this down and just do kind of a rough flattening here. And I think I'm gonna cut down on some of this hill in there, so let's do something like that. That's usually what I do, is just kind of flatten there. Now let's take a look. So obviously I see right away I want to get in here and take some of this down. I can see a raised up section right about here, so let's get in and we'll lower that down. I don't want to have hills in front, so there we go. That looks better. And I'll probably, as I build T-boxes, I'll boost that up maybe 3-4 feet. So instead of having that view, maybe something like that. Alright, so I like to go back to this when I'm moving around, because I like to look at the yardage over here in the top left. I like to keep that open, so I want to see as I come down, and I just kind of glance at it, see, okay, so there's 270, 265, 270. So I know that the landing area is going to be somewhere in this range, so let's take a look at that. That's pretty good. That's not bad. It could come up the hill a little bit. You come up on top, and then if you hit it to, say, 280, that's kind of what you're looking at. So when I just look at that right away, my first thought is maybe might add a few trees in here, just to this section. So that way, if you're here, you're going to need to work the ball around. So just so I remember, I'll put in something like this there to pinch off that area. So that way, if you drive it in here, then you're definitely got to work it around. You're going to want to try and get to the far right of the fairway. I'll have to play it and see if may not be reachable anyway, but otherwise that looks pretty good. So we'll go from there. Now we can, at least we have it mostly flat. Like I said, let me do this. Whenever I clear stuff, I like to take the circle. There we go. So now that opens up the green area. So now I can build my green in here. And then I'll come back and, you know what, I could probably actually throw a tree. If I want to add more trees, I don't want like a huge open space like that. Now I can go back, and if I want to put trees in like here, I could pepper in a bunch of trees, and I'm not going to be covering the green. I don't mind the fairway, if the fairway has some shadows. So now I know that's the only part. I don't want to, really that section right there, I don't want to put any trees, but if I come in somewhere in this range like that, I can put in another one. And now I know. So now this whole area I could add in a bunch more trees right over there. And we won't have any problems with that. Well, let's see. Let's build out our green. So usually the first thing I usually actually build the tees first. Although, I don't know, it depends. I know some people do greens first. There's no rights and wrongs really in any of this when you do working in the designer. A lot of times I'll just build the tee first, but it does make sense sometimes. You think about maybe you want to build out the green first, because sometimes I've had a couple times where I've built out the tees and it was all awesome, and then I built it out and I said, you know what, I don't really like the shot into the green, and I really didn't have the space to move the green. So when you do that, the obvious thought is to move the tee box to adjust to where you want. Well, if you've already done all your work and built out your tee boxes and stuff, well, that's kind of a pain. So I don't know. You may want to leave your tee boxes to the end. Either way, I mean, like I said, there's no right and wrongs. However you like to do it. I've done both. But so here I'm going to come out to the green. So this hole's 560. Like I said, if you hit it out here, yeah, see, that's going to be tough. Probably not going to be reachable. That's okay. Not every par 5 has to be reachable. But if I hit a 285, that leaves 276 into the green. So that's not bad. Oh, also, while I'm thinking about it, in case you guys, if you haven't heard or what have you, TGCT Live tonight, Anthony is going to be on, special guest. So make sure you tune in. I think 7:15 Eastern time. So make sure you tune in for that. I think you're just having some fun. It's not going to be this hard-hitting interview type stuff. I mean, yeah, just having some fun, playing a couple of courses. I know they were asking for some courses, so I think maybe a surprise course or two. Gonna decide, but should be fun. So make sure you tune in for that later tonight. All right, so I don't know. Not sure what I want to do with this one. Not sure what I want to do. What could I do? I don't know. Let's just start playing around. Let's just start playing around with some shapes. Come down. Thinking about boosting the green out into this area back here. So I usually put my shape down. I put a bit of fairway, and then I switch and I do a few pops of light rough there. Alright, so that's the start, but what do we want for here? Could add in a section in the front like that. Give us a little bit of fairway, and then pop in a few clicks of light rough. And obviously that's not done, but the other thing I just want to take a peek at is, take a look and see. You don't want to have a little saucer. Your course is all saucer greens, and then all of a sudden you have a huge dinner plate. I mean, you don't want to really do that. So I'm just trying to gauge. I'm just kind of looking at some of the other greens and seeing, just take a rough eye estimate and see, what did I do with some of the other greens in terms of size. And I mean, that's pretty big. I mean, that's gonna be one of the larger ones, but I'm thinking if I kind of angle this off, it's okay. We'll put in a bunch of bunkers on the side there. So let's go back to here now, and could do something like this to kind of angle this up, merge it up a little better so it's not totally off there. I'll pop in a few things of rough. Yeah, there you go. So there you go, a little custom shape. Large green, I mean, that's, what do we got here? 6 yards to the pin, and now we're at 34 yards, so it's a good 40-yard deep green. It's certainly not out of the question. I've seen larger. I've seen 40 to 50-yard deep greens. The beauty with this is that we could put in all sorts of shapes into the green if we wanted to. So if we go there now, start thinking about bunkers. Throw in some different shapes here. We could do a couple of different things if we want. Do something like that. Oops. Although I don't want that little. Take that out. There, so throw in something like that. Yeah, we decide, do we want to put something else in the front? I don't know. let's see. If I throw in what can we put? Do something. Put in something on the corner? I don't know. Is it too generic? Too generic based on what this looks like? And this one I probably actually build this. Oh, that's. If we go to, oops, I go here and pop this one out a little more. It's a little, maybe a little too small for my liking. There we go. Do something like that. Maybe open this up just a little more. There. So what was the announcement? The announcement is, so we're doing a design contest, but for contest rookies. So if you have been in a HB contest or a TGC Live contest, you are not eligible. This is going to be for people who have never been in any of the contests for whatever reason. Maybe, maybe they weren't confident enough to get in one before with their skills, or maybe they just missed out on deadlines. Now's the chance. So I know, like I said, there's been a few people who have asked, how do I get my course noticed? So here's the chance. Here's the chance for them to maybe make a name for themselves. Let's throw a few spines on here and see what happens if we do that. So that's the announcement. Is going to be contest for design rookies. Oh, I don't like that. I don't really like that either. Not sure about that bunker. Not sure about that. What I'm actually, you know what? Let's do this. I think I'm going to get rid of that altogether. And what I might do is try and let's try and do this. What if we take this? If we took this and lowered this down. I don't know if I want that severe though. If I put that and then let's go here. Tupac. Let's try and smooth out some of this out here. So if we did that, actually, I'm gonna probably bring this down a little more too. Yeah. Maybe that could be. Maybe that's the way to go. Have a little raised edge. You got your bunker on the right. Oh, gotta click it in first. I'm thinking maybe let's bring this down as well. Always helps. Make sure you're not digging into another hole over there. I didn't actually check it, but I was fairly certain I hadn't built anything over there, so you just want to make sure. Alright, so that could work. That could work. If you have a ball running up, it's probably gonna run down. I might even angle this like this. The only thing is, well, I could go reverse. Let's go this way. Could do something like that. I don't want to raise up the other side because I don't want to raise up the bunker or land in front of the bunker. So something like that. So the land's going to slope down into there. And we'll just need to fix that. Let's come back. You can come back here, and it's got to be careful. I don't want to make too crazy of stuff there, but if we just get in like that, there we go. Keeps the green flat. Let's make this come in here and boost that up a little bit. There we go. So now you don't have the false front. It'll just be this part here. It's a little raised up, so that's not too bad. Now we can play around with this green. How do we want to play with it? It's up to you, however you like to do. Sometimes I'll just take something in here and raise it up. So it kind of puts a little more emphasis in the front. I don't know. Not sure where I'm going to put this pin, actually. Putting it in the front maybe gives you a chance. Concept, have you tried Celtic Manor 2010 yet? Realist. I don't remember. What did I play? I don't think I've played that one. Let me put it down. I'm going to write it down so the next time I do a what do you call it? Design showcase type of thing, I'll give that one a play. There. Alright. On the list. Okay, so back to the course. What to do, what to do. If I leave the pin there, there is a chance, so let's try something here. This is always something you can do if you want to see. I'll just come out here. Oops. That's not what I wanted. I want this one. Come out here and I'll put this out here in the landing zone. So, 280. I think I need a little more fairway. This is just simply for testing purposes here. Oh, did I put green? Oops. Alright. Let's put fairway. That would probably be better. There you go. There you go. Alright, so let's come here and we'll do this. Let's try and see what it looks like and see what happens here. Is there a chance to get home in two? Now, of course, you know, the wind isn't what you're really going to see, so it could totally change, but as it get up the hill? I don't know. I'll have to figure. Oh, wow, 290. You're not getting home. Alright, so you're not getting home from there. But I do like having to have to work the ball around. That I like. Okay, so that's fine. You don't have to have... doesn't have to be... like I said, not every par 5 has to be reachable. But what I may do here, though, is... I think I might build this up here. Let's go in here. Let's go here. Actually, I probably should go with flat. And oh, come on, press the button first. So maybe I'll do something like this. I'll raise this up and raise that up. I don't want to make a huge... that's what I don't want. I don't want a huge mountain, though. But we are going to have to raise this up somehow. That's where it can get kind of tricky, because I don't want to touch over here. Got to make sure you're not doing that. Alright, I'm just looking at the edge of the green there, making sure I'm not catching that over there. Alright, so got a little raised hill. That's not the end of the world. That's too much. Let's take this down a notch there. We don't want a huge mountain in front. I just don't want to have that. I don't want to have that. I don't want to have that big upslope into the fairway. So because you're losing all of the. There we go. All right. So that'll be. I can always raise. I'll probably raise that up a little bit. That should be a little better now. We can do this. So if we come in here, drop it down just a bit. Let's do it like that. Alright, now let's see what happens. Fitting. Sorry if I missed it. What is the design contest? The design contest is going to be a contest for people who have never been in a contest before. So it's for contest rookies. If you've been in an HB contest, if you've been in one of the TGCT Live contests, then this one is not for you. We want it to be for people who've never been in contests for whatever reason, whether they've either missed out deadlines or didn't even know about it, or maybe just didn't think, their skills were good enough to get in. Alright, 288, that's right, because the fairways are... See, now here's a perfect example of where, if I had built the tee first, if I had built out all the tee boxes and everything else, well, then I would have been SOL, and I'm not going to want to deal with moving everything. But now, because of the way it's built, and I haven't done the tees yet, if I want to make this so you could get there, because I forgot the tee box, the fairways are soft. So if I want to make this so you really could, now I can go in and take the tee. I haven't done anything. If I had built all this out, all 3 tee boxes, and laid everything out, I'm not going to move it at that point. But now if I want to take it, maybe we'll move it up. Where are we at here? We're at 560, so what if we move it up to 540? So now gives us 20 more yards. I mean, maybe I'm still not going to reach here in designer wind, but if it's downwind, now there's a chance. So now we open up the possibility that maybe you could get home in 2. And this fairway out here is just sweet. Thank you. You're welcome. I'm going to set it up. If you're interested, I'm going to post it up in the HB forums either today or tomorrow, so keep an eye out. I'll put the sign-ups in there. Probably going to open it to 10 people. I don't know really how interesting, how many people out there haven't been in contests that want to get in. But I'm going to open it up to about 10. If it gets a much bigger response, well, then we can open it up for more spots. All right, so now it leaves you with 271. It's a little better. That gives it a chance. I mean, you're not going to do it with into the wind or with a crosswind, but downwind, yeah, maybe you do get there. So that's good. Let's leave it at that. So give it a slightly better chance to get there. You're probably not going to, but maybe. Alright, so the other thing I'm thinking here is you want to be far right, because that gives you the best opportunity to get right there. So my thought is I'm going to reduce this fairway, but I'm going to put in, there's going to be bunkers down the right side, because I'm going to want you to have to flirt with those bunkers. So I'm actually going to remove, if I can catch it, there we go. Let's get back on there. You want to come in, you can come to delete brush. And if I can catch this one, come on. Where is it? Nope, can't seem to catch it. I don't know why. Not catching it. Alright. That's okay. I can I don't, well, it has delete brush, but I don't think it's that brush, so if I delete, there we go. Alright, so obviously that's not quite going to work. So we'll come to objects, and I want to get rid of everything, so I'm just going to delete all objects. Sometimes I'll just do the trees, but let's take this out. I'm going to take out these trees here. And I want to keep that corner tight. So if you're hitting it out here, actually let's do this. We can move this out, because that is your waypoint. That's going to be your aiming marker. So if you hit it out here, 278 there. Got a clear shot. I might add back in a couple of trees. Oh, that was the tree I had before. Oh, okay. Yeah, so maybe I could cut out these trees and put I had the, yeah, let's do that. That's what I had before. Clear objects. We'll just go here. Let's take out these couple. I think that's what I had before. And let's put the waypoint back. Let's put it back to where we had it, because I want you to be teeing off this way. Okay, that's actually what I want. So my idea here is that if you hit it short and left, you're going to have to work it harder on the tree. I want you to try and come out to the right, out this way, to give you a clearer shot. But what I'm also going to do is make you think about that shot and put in some bunker. So let's do this. We're going to have a whole set of bunkers that are going to run along here. Let's go out this way. And let's just see where that is. So I'm going to check the distance. So that's 291 from the tee. That's pretty good. So you're pretty much going to be landing somewhere alongside these bunkers. And we'll have the fairway. We cut the fairway in over here and come back out and cut around. So we're going to work that fairway around near that bunker. I mean, I don't think you're going to be landing it beyond 292. So we'll do something like this. The one I like the, oops, I like this fairway shape quite a bit. This is one of my favorites, so I could actually do something like that. Come in here, and then I usually go into the light rough, plop down a couple of things of light rough on top, go back to fairway, and we could continue this. We could cut this fairway in a little bit around the bunker if we want. So I could do like that. Let's put down a few light rough. One more. Alright, so that gives us, that's not bad. So here you're landing, I'll extend the fairway back closer to the tee box at the moment. Obviously it's too far, but so here's 250, 260 right about there. So that gives you a nice wide, big spot to hit. But if you want to get to the right and try and have the best angle in, you're gonna have to flirt with that bunker, which is exactly what I want you to have to do. Just looking at this and thinking about 275 from the tee. I might let's round this bunker in a little bit. So it gets a little closer. I want to put this in like this. Like that. There. So now if you come in here, there's a better chance of you hitting that bunker. There we go. That's good, and I'll fix this. I've been putting light rough all around the bunker, so I'll fix that right there. Okay. So that's that. Alright, round. I don't like having, I don't know, probably, oops, think too much about it, but I like to have more rounded bunkers. I don't want to see these shapes cutting in like that, so I kind of cut it back in more. Try and round it out a little bit better. There. Alright, so let's bring it back this way. We can add in. Okay, let's stick with this one, but actually, if I was thinking I could do this, cut it around the bunker again, but then, well, I'll fix the top part. Could do here. Again, throw in some, plop down a few light roughs. It's actually okay. I thought it was going to make a worse angle over here, but that's not bad. You can leave that. Alright, so now that puts us at 230 to the front of the fairway. Let's add in one more. Let's add in one more, because if you're into a strong headwind, you do not want people to struggle to reach the fairway. So this time I'll come around this way. Come around this way, and I can put this down about here. So these are my two favorite. That one, and I really like this one as well. This one makes a nice shape. that has a little more of a gentle turn to it. That makes a really nice shape. I mean, I could even throw down another fairway if we want. I mean, that's tons of room. I mean, that starts at 160, so plenty of space. All right. The good part is that gives you a visual of the fairway sooner. So, but like I said, I'm going to raise this tee box up a little bit, so that might be more the view from there. All right. So that's the fairway. Comes in. Like I said, I'll add some light rough all around that bunker, so that's good. So that's gonna makes you flirt with the bunker if you want to have a little view on the tee. Just out of curiosity, I'll use this sometimes. Let's see, what is the space here? Just a rough estimate. It's only 17 yards. It's only 17. I was wondering if I might cut this fairway in a little more. Let's do that. Oh, I could do this and then cut this back in. There we go. It adds in another couple yards. So you can come on this side. So if you beast out a tee shot out to 290, you get 253 in. It's possible. I mean, that's the pin that's in the front. That pin, what did I say? It was six yards, so it's like 247 to the front of the green. If you were to hit it 290, it's not bad. I mean, this will all be. This is going to be fairway. Figure out. All right, I'll have to. Let's see. So now let's come over here and do this. I don't want too much fairway down here because I don't want this huge side slope coming down. So the fairway is going to come off of this. So if we go there. We do that. It's a big slope though. Not bad, it's not the end of the world. So if we kept that off of there, and then let's think about I want to think about this too now. If say you don't hit a big drive, say you're only in that 260 range, 270, that leaves you 269 to the pin. So your 3-wood is going to end up somewhere in this range. So do I want to put a bunker down in here? I could make it a little bit tougher. Could put a couple of short bunkers in here, something like this. Could put a bunker in there, and then one down in here, down in this section. You could do that, so that way if you come down, you could roll down into there. Let's open up the fairway. Let's do this. Could make this, well, trying to see the side, this slope. It's on the more severe side. I don't want, well, let's take a look. So if I were to open up, if I were to bring fairway down into like here, let's see what that looks like. That's kind of a sharp angle. I don't know how much the ball, but that's okay though. So we can make a big wide section of fairway and then bring it back down. Let's see. Let's go here. Not sure what I should do. Maybe I could. I don't know if I should extend this bunker out. Maybe add another section of the bunker out into here. And that way the fairway would kind of go around and up. Let's see what that looks like. Yeah, that's what it is. Sometimes designing, sometimes some people have a, perfect vision of exactly what they want. Other times you could do it like this. Kind of what I'm doing. Like, I don't know, just play around and see what it looks like. So I could have a bunker like that. And now, sometimes that's what it takes. Just trial and error and try stuff, Could do like this. And then let's bump out this fairway. Take it around this bunker. Like that. And then I come back and, oops. I come back and add more here. Round this out. Let's get a little bigger. Let's see what that looks like. See what that looks like. I have to play it. I have to hit some shots into this and see. I mean, I don't know. Let's take a look. Let's do this. Let's hit from here. Okay, I'm not actually going to hit to the green. I actually want to bring this shorter. And I actually want to hit shots into this. Hit some shots into this fairway. Some long shots in. And just see what happens. That's not bad. Gotta remember the fairways are soft, so you're not gonna be hitting like rock hard surfaces and having it kick down. If I were to go up to here, let's see what that looks like. It definitely stops. So alright, that's not too bad. It's actually not too bad. Just looking at it, you kind of look at it and say, I'm not really sure on that, but I think with the soft fairways it could work a little more because I don't want it to be, this 45-degree angle that as soon as you hit it just fires off into the rough. Oh yeah. Alright, so let's try a couple more shots here, but I want to do this. Let's aim out here, and I want to hit the left half of the fairway. So if I hit the left half, let's see what happens. Just make sure it doesn't kick in. Oh yeah. Oh, that's perfect. So there we go. So that's sometimes what you want to do. You want to test it, just make sure. Yeah, like I said, just make sure that it's not gonna. It maybe looks more severe than it plays. But with the softer fairways, that helps quite a bit. But I just don't want to make it so someone hits a shot into the fairway, like, oh, perfect, and the thing kicks off and runs down into the rough. That's not really fair. But I think that plays really fair there. I mean, you can hit probably the left half of the fairway and it's still staying in. Plus, it really flattens out right where my guy is there. So I think that's fine. Alright, so let's do that, and then you can actually, well, if the player didn't see, but I could actually try and lift this up. I don't want to create more slope though. But let's see if we can do it for the moment. I may not save this, but I want to see. Yeah, see, that's the only downside. I don't want to create more. I don't want to create a huge bounce. Well, that's not bad. If we do something like this, and then raise this all up, that should make it more visible. I definitely want to have it. I'm thinking I'm going to knock this down a little more. this section right here. Let's take that down. Because I want to make it so that if... Yeah, so there you go. So this comes into the play now. This is where, you know what, I'm going to take these out for now. Take these out for now. Alright, so there we go. So that raised it up a little bit. So now when you come back here, there you go. Now it's fully visible. That's actually even more along the lines of what you would see. You can even test it. Don't be afraid to do lots of testing. You really should. But let's take a look. Alright, so there's the exact view that you would see. And now you can see it. You can see that bunker, definitely visible. That's what I wanted. So I just raised up that back edge a little bit. Now we got a good view. You don't necessarily have to see the entire thing like this. I mean, you don't see this section. You can definitely see that back there. But that's alright. And part of it is blocked too a little bit by this, but that's okay. But so you definitely know a bunker's up there. That's exactly what I want to see. Let's see. Alright, so the other question here is, let's take a look at, I try and keep minimum 20 in terms here. So this is definitely this is a little narrow. I like this part. I'm not going to raise this part up. I'm going to keep that in there, but I'm just wondering, maybe I could want to bring this out just a little more. Let's see, this is probably going to be in like the 14 range, I think. Yeah, 12 to 14. So let's do that. Let me bump this out just a little more. You know, you don't want bacon strips for your fairway. So if I go out to there, that tree's fine. If we lose that tree, not a big deal. Yeah, that's better. That gives you a little more space. I mean, I don't know, what did I add? It's probably still going to be a little on the narrower side, but it's okay. Yeah, I mean, now you're out to 18. That's better. That's better. And I'm going to build this out more. So when I come, so now I'm going to bring the fairway back down. I'll bring the fairway back down this way, and I can look at it, I can rough it up this way. I know what I had there, about 18, so this is definitely wider. I can go a little bit more. So now I know this fairway is going to be even wider. And what I might do is actually back this fairway up to here more. Like so. So now you get that fairway kind of runs up to the bunker and then cuts around it, so that's good. That's pretty good. And we can actually be pretty close on this. This would actually be... Oh, that's not what I want. There we go. Let's go here. So if I go right about there, I'll fix up that little bit of edge there. I do that, and come back and keep the same one. But I'll round this off here, cut it up more like that. That's kind of why I like this fairway tool, this brush. As you can, it almost kind of gives you a straight edge. It's not quite a straight edge, but. And then this one, we'll get in here. We want to try and round it as best we can. So that's pretty good. Increase the brush, pop down a few things are rough. There we go. It's definitely better. See now, this is the little things that get me right there. Like I have to go back. I don't like to leave those, I don't know. Probably more work than really necessary, but I like to come back and I like to just clip that. There. Make it a little more rounded. Same. I mean that. I don't know if I like that, but I'm going to leave it. I'll leave it. So there you go. So that, oh, I still got a little dot here. Let's get rid of this. Alright, so, like I said, you have plenty, this decent sized fairway. If you do get to the left, you will have that tree, so you're going to have to work it around, big time around the tree. You want to try and get it out to the right, and that's the whole idea. Is we want you to bring trouble into play by trying to get the best angle. So when you come out this way, you know, here's 265. If you want to get that angle to open up the green, well, then you're going to bring this bunker into play and have a chance of going in there. Alright, so that's about it. That's pretty much what the hole's going to look like. Yeah, we do a little more sculpting in this section. You know, that's maybe a little too bumpy, but it's not bad. But I'll go back and I'll sculpt in the bunkers. Add my light rough and heavy rough. I want to put heavy rough around here because I don't want the generated brown stuff. I'll put heavy rough in there. Like I said, I gotta go back in and I'll sculpt some of these bunkers down. I gotta do my tee boxes. But anyway, guys, that's about it for today. To recap, a quick note again: TGCT Live. Make sure you check it out tonight, 7:15 Eastern Time. The guys have Anthony, producer of the golf club. Anthony Kine's going to be on with them. It's more of a fun, a fun show. They're just going to be looking to have some fun, play a couple of courses. Obviously, there'll probably be some questions here and there about the golf club, but I don't think it's going to be a hard-hitting interview. All the tough questions. I don't know about that. I think they wanted to just more lighthearted, have some fun. So check it out, 7:15 Eastern Time, TGCT Live here on Twitch. That's with Crazy Canuck, Els, and Yeti. So check that one out. And then the contest that we mentioned in the beginning, going back real quick. Design contests. I'm going to post up a thread either tonight or tomorrow. Entries will open up. It's going to be for contest rookies. So if you've never been in a design contest, HB contest, TGCT Live contest, other ones maybe that I haven't thought about, harder for me to check that, but and I mean, if you've been in a contest, obviously, if I recognize your name, yes, I will know you've been in a contest. Maybe I might not remember, but come on, just try and be honest about it. And if you've been in a contest, maybe not one of those two that ran it, give it a chance for other guys to get in there. That's the idea, is to be for rookies, guys who haven't been in a contest for whatever reason, whether they didn't think they weren't confident enough to get in before, or they missed deadlines, what have you. But we want it to be for guys who've never been in a contest, give them a chance, to showcase their skill and maybe make a name for themselves. I know, I saw a post in the forums about asking, how do I get my courses recognized? And how do I get more plays and things like that? Well, here's a perfect opportunity. If you do well in the contest, well, that's, it's one perfect way to make a name for yourself, and that'll surely get you some plays and get yourself noticed in the design community. So that's what we want to do. No theme requirements. You do whatever you want. 18-hole contest. You build whatever par you want. If you want to do an 18-hole par 3, you could. I mean, I don't think most people are going to do that, but you could if you wanted to. But if you want to do a par 70, 71, 72, whatever. I'll ask that nothing... it cannot be started yet. So it has to be a course that is started fresh when you sign up for the contest. So, please don't submit a course that you've already completed and just hadn't published yet. Please don't do that. We want to be starting from fresh. At the moment there is not a prize for this contest. I mentioned it to Anthony and asked him, see if the team or the studio has something. Who knows? Maybe they'll be able to come up with something. But at the moment, there is not a prize for this contest. It's more for fun, trying to get your name out there, and maybe worst case, you could always maybe get your name. Certainly, the course will definitely go on the suggested list. That's for sure. But who knows? Maybe even the HB official list. We did that with the other design contest. That driver T1 Mariner 175 got his Apache Creek course. You'll notice on the official list, Apache Creek by Todd Driver. So that's always a possibility. So that would really, go take a look at that course. See how many plays Apache Creek has. He's got, I don't even know how many it's over. Well into over 2,000 plays now at this point. So that would be good. That's about it. In terms of, when is it going to be due? I don't know. I'm thinking worst case May 1st. I mean, that's a long time. That's over a month. I mean, that may even be too far out. We'll have to figure it out, but obviously that would be decided on very soon. I wouldn't all of a sudden surprise people and say, you know what, let's have it due next week. That won't happen. Give you plenty of time. And what else? For judging, it will definitely be me for sure. But I'm going to try and put together a panel of judges. Maybe it could be HB guys. Maybe we could get some of the top designers who have been in a bunch of contests. Obviously, they're not going to be involved in this one, but maybe they might want to judge it. So if anybody wants to reach out, any of the big names, you know who you are. If you guys want to be part of a judging panel type thing, I'd certainly be more than happy to do that. We'll definitely play the courses on the stream. Maybe we'll wait till they're all submitted, and then maybe over the course of 2 or 3 shows, depending on how many people get in, I could play the courses on the stream, and that way that's one other way to showcase them. So that's about it, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed the show. If you haven't hit the follow button, please do so. If you're watching on YouTube, like and subscribe. That would be great. As always, if you have any questions, well, now that the show is over, probably not on Twitch, but if you're on YouTube and watching, you have some questions or what have you, definitely post them up. I definitely look and check back all the old videos to see if anybody has any comments and things, and I try and answer them. And yeah, so that's about it. Sign-ups will be set up either today or tomorrow, so we'll give it some time. Like I said, 10. I'm going to open it up to 10 initially. If we get a good amount of people, then I can always maybe add another 5 spots or something, and we'll take it from there. So that's going to do it for today, guys. Thanks for watching, as always. Always appreciate anybody tuning in, and everybody's feedback is awesome. So, all right, guys, have a good day. Like I said, TGCT Live 7:15. Anthony, producer of the Golf Club, is going to be on, so give it a watch. All right, guys, see ya.